Hello, I am Pupuyukko and these are my settings for the Fanatec GT DD Pro after the physics update on Gran Turismo 7. As we all know, the update's been quite a mess, right? Physics are messed up, wheel feels weaker, more detail, blah blah blah, but like everything's weird, but I have tweaked around with my wheel settings and in-game settings, so I think I figured out how the wheel feels quite nice actually. So, and there's also a setting, an old setting that didn't work, in my opinion. It didn't work the whole time, but it does work now. And it actually makes quite a big difference, but we'll get to that. So I'm not gonna waste too much time. Let's just jump into the settings I'm gonna talk through. But I'm not gonna talk through too much detail what settings are on my wheel. But I'm gonna mention there are two major differences that I'm making, or even three maybe. Let's go. I'm gonna put them on the screen as well and in the description, but I'm gonna talk through what the settings are. Sensitivity is auto. Force feedback is 100. FFS is peak. So this is the difference that I'm actually making now. This one, NDP. Before, I think that might be controversial as well, but before it was like, I think it was on 30 or something. Or maybe even lower. But I tweaked this and I put it to 75. NDP is in 75. And why is that? Because it makes a massive difference how I feel the car sliding. And I can catch the slides and oversteers and stuff, and I can actually feel understeers as well. It makes the car wheel a bit more like damper, or like a bit more. It's not softer, but it's like I can feel it, the wheel gets more aggressive or loose when I'm losing the car, or like slides and small things like that. It helps me massively, I think. And this is the first biggest change I've actually done. NFR is 5, NIN is 5, INT is 1, FAEI is 100. This is now, next one is the next difference I made. As we know, the wheel feels so much more lighter, right? So this was before FOR was on 100, but I actually put it to 120 now, because I had to put my force feedback so high that I don't want to put it in the game on the maximum. So I can put this on 120, and I can like maybe tone down the force feedback in the game to 9 or 8. And like I haven't felt a single like clipping or anything. Like everything feels fine. Before, if you turn this up too high, it was like it gave us like clipping and stuff. So it's just weird. But I haven't felt any clipping right now. So this is FOR is 120 now. SPR is 100, DPR is 100, and that's it. And now let's go to the in-game settings. There's one big difference that actually is. So I'm here on Daily Race C time trial, or qualifying, or whatever you want to call it. Now let's go through my settings here. I'm gonna stop the car. So these are my new settings. It's actually on 9 or 10. It depends on a car. But this felt before it was on 6. It feels not right now. It feels the same as in 9 or 10, which I think is a bug. People think is a bug, but like they're gonna change it or something. Like it's the wheel is like too light. Now this thing, the new thing that actually works. I mean, this setting's been in the game for the whole time, but everyone's always said this doesn't make any difference. People maybe think that it's making a difference, but like it's mostly been placebo or something. Right now it's actually making a difference, and I'm gonna show you. Let's put the force feedback sensitivity to 10. And I'm gonna show you the difference. This setting now makes the wheel so much more aggressive. You can feel basically every single thing. And it's actually on 10, it's actually too aggressive. I'm gonna show you, look at this. Okay. Now. It's basically, if you even lift your one hand off the wheel, it's like, it can actually hurt yourself basically. Now let's put it to 1. Okay, so now I put the sensitivity to 1 all the way down. I mean, it does like it starts rumbling, but it starts fighting, but it's so much less aggressive, and it does want to kill you, but it's so much less aggressive. So basically, the sensitivity you turn higher up you turn it, more aggressive the wheel gets. So if you don't want like this violent wheel, okay, violent wheel, just turn it down, and it actually helps a lot. I'm using like on 6 or 7 usually. It's just like a good like measuring point, like a good like in between. It's not that aggressive, and like I can take one hand off the wheel as well, but when it's on 10, and you can feel more detail as well, but still it's really aggressive on 10. If I put it on 10 now again, it's already I'm holding the exact same power or grip. It still wants to like rumble a lot. So yeah, these are my settings. I hope it helps. I am having less issues with racing right now with these settings, but yeah, you can tweak those settings, of course, in your personal preference. Like it is mostly personal preference how you want your wheel to be. But if it did help you, leave a comment, drop a like. If you have any else like suggestions or what the settings should be, then drop a comment. Yeah, if you didn't like it, if it didn't help you, drop a dislike, subscribe as always. And yeah, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you when I see you. Ciao.